Welcome to another edition of The Angry Craftsman. Today is a topic near and dear to my heart. It's why to buy a laser or why you want to buy a laser. These are all just my opinions, my beliefs, and we'll go from there. Let's see what happens. I got a few notes to follow to see if I can keep this in an orderly fashion. It's probably not going to work. So you decide that you want to buy a laser. What do you need to do? Well, obviously you need to research. Social media is a great place to do some research. YouTube, the internet, however you want to do it. Just think about your questions that you're going to ask or that you want to know and word them correctly. Don't get on a specific brand of lasers Facebook page and go, hey, why do I want to buy this? Or don't get on there going, hey, can somebody tell me if this is a good laser? You're actually on a lasers Facebook page. So pretty much everybody's going to be happy with their product. You're not going to see a lot of negative things on their specific social media page. Just my 2 cents worth. Figure out what size you need, what type of projects you want to do, and how you want to do them will help determine it. Obviously, we have 2 Thunder lasers. We're very happy with the customer service. We're happy with the sales team. We're happy with the way that they're built. I wouldn't have done a review in the past on them if I wasn't happy with them. And I sure as hell wouldn't say their name if we weren't pleased with the product. So you've got all that figured out. Now you pick your laser. It doesn't matter. And today's let's play the game that you bought a Thunder laser. So you just bought the laser. Now what do you do? For the most part, I've seen that everybody just buys a laser and gets on social media going, okay, now what do I need to do? How do I set this thing up? Thunder, for example, has a lot of videos on how to set up. Their tech support is fantastic. So follow whatever manufacturer you decide. If it's Thunder, if it's Boss, if it's OhmTech, it doesn't matter. Follow the manufacturer's recommendations on setup. Decide where you're going to put it. Everybody just had a really bad freeze a week or so ago. A lot of tubes were broke, things of that nature. And everybody was, getting on and asking what type of antifreeze or what type of heating system. Do your research where you live. I don't know. If you're in Maine, you're going to be different than I am in Kentucky, which is going to be different than Texas and Arizona. If you're in Alaska, like somebody that we know, it's a completely different setup. So do your research on where you are and where you should put it. I don't ever recommend it going into a home. A separate shop, a garage works fine. That's just my opinion. So figure out where it's going to go. And with where it's going to go, figure out how you're going to exhaust it. Are you going to go through a window? Are you going to need to punch a hole in 8 inches of concrete? That's stuff for you to think about before you make this purchase. Is it climate controlled? Currently, I'm in a small little 16 by 24 building that has a mini split in it, 2 lasers, and an additional oil heater just in case. We're well insulated. It stays above freezing, but you never know. So we're prepared for the worst. What the program, most lasers now use Lightburn. In my opinion, any good laser is going to use it. Do your research on that program so that you understand what you're getting yourself into. It's relatively easy to use, and it takes care of everything that most people need. Now that we figured that out, the few things to think about and prep work, why did you buy your laser? Is it because your neighbor has one and they made $100,000 last year, so that's what you want to do? Do you want to quit your mundane, boring-ass job and think it's fantastic to stay at home and just be creative all day? That's on you to decide. I'm not going to tell you what to do. For us, this is a 7-day-a-week business. We build custom furniture. We do laser engraving, CNC work, 3D printing, painting. We run the gambit of a lot of things to include like customized gaming accessories. We even go as far as make acrylic dice. We have a wide range of things that we do because we enjoy doing those. So again, you have to stop and think about why you want a laser. Are you just going to get on Etsy and buy the same file that 400 other people have and try to sell the same product? That seems to be a popular thing to do with lasers. It's not what we do. Yes, we will buy a file from time to time that we like or we think is popular, and then 9 times out of 10 for us, it doesn't work because 40 other people in the area are doing it. So we have a niche. Being retired military, we do a lot of military stuff. We do high-end things. Your normal, I'm going to do a cup for $10. That doesn't happen with us. It's not that I'm uppity or not that I'm a snob. It's just the business model we chose to follow. So again, back to why you want the laser. Are you doing earrings? Are you doing signs? Are you engraving cutting boards? Do you just want to concentrate on realtor gifts? All of that is what you need to figure out. It's not what works for us. It may work for you, and it sure works for other people, I guess. Is this just a product for you so that you can do Christmas gifts or birthday gifts and have some fun, maybe sell a couple things? If that's your mindset, then more power to you. Do you want to start your own business? Do you want to quit your job, and run this business? Or is this just a side hustle? Hey, if I can make enough money to pay for the laser in a year or two, then that's great. I want to, add some accessories to my truck or work on my house, and this will help pay for things like that. Then more power to you. Roll on. Do what you feel comfortable doing. Just understand that some people out there, this is a business. This is their livelihood. So when you don't take the time to think about what your labor rate is, and you say, okay, well, this cup cost me $3 to make, so I'm only going to charge 10, and the rest of us are charging 25 for it, it's because we have to pay our bills. You just wind up cutting everybody's throat. And that's never good for business. There are plenty of reasons to have different price points. That's a whole nother topic that I will try to move on from now. So we've got our laser ordered. Now, what do we need to do? Well, what do we need? You don't need a damn thing. Wait for your laser to come in. Maybe stock up on some materials. If you think you want to do, cups and tumblers, then that accessory that you need to purchase is a rotary. Whether you use Rotoboss, Pyburn, or whoever else. I just use those as an example. Both of them have their pros and cons. So you decide. I'm not going to tell you which one to pick, as I'm sponsored by nobody, so I don't care. The other materials that you may need are, like masking or paints or plywood or real wood. Where you get your materials, that's completely up to you. If you're the type that's just going to go to IKEA and buy every acacia cutting board there is because it's cheap and you think you can resell them, then go ahead and do it. That's your business model. That's your business plan. I hope it works for you. Personally, we make our own in-house. So everything we do is completely custom. And that's what our clients want from us. What accessories do you need? Do you need, again, the rotary if you're going to do cups and tumblers? Do you need upgrades? Do you need paint pens, magic markers, masking tape, pliers, nail guns, sanders, things of that nature? Think about all that when you start diving into the exact products that you want to be able to make. Upgrades. Upgrades I see all the time on social media. Okay, I just ordered my laser. Now I want to upgrade my air and I want to upgrade my optics and I want to upgrade all this. Stop. Please stop. Learn your machine first. You need to learn its capabilities and you also need to learn your capabilities. Your processes of the steps that you go through to create whatever it is you're creating. You don't need to upgrade anything before or when you get your machine. Now, if you know that I'm going to cut 3/4 inch wood, then yes, upgrade to a 4-inch lens because it will benefit you. The 2-inch can do it, just not proficient. Do I need to upgrade my air? Until you learn your machine, don't upgrade your air. Our two machines run off the same air compressor. Now we have a large air compressor with an air dryer and desiccant dryers and regulators and everything else, but that's what we need to do our work. Just because we need it, and just because I say that, this is how we've done it, doesn't mean you have to do it. I'm not here to tell you what to do and what not to do. I'm just here to help you rethink some of your decisions. The biggest place to ask questions is social media. It's the easiest to get 40 different answers to one question. And are all 40 answers correct? Probably not. That may be the way somebody does it. Does it mean it's going to work for you? Absolutely not. You may ask me a question. I may give you how it works for us. It may not work for you. But ask your questions. Don't just ask, hey, what are your settings for this? Well, if you haven't run a material test card, then I don't even want to entertain helping you out because you haven't done the first step that you need to do. And we have a whole nother video on running a material test card. That should be the first project that you run so that you can start understanding your speed and power settings. Again, that's just me. I'm a little blunt at times. When you ask your questions, my suggestion is, hey, I want to do this. What have you found that works for you? Or is this a good way to go about it? If you just come straight out and ask, well, how do you do this? Or should I do this? Well, I don't know if you should or not. I don't have the 100 other questions and the answers to tell you whether it's a good idea. So asking for somebody's, hey, how does it work for you, might be another option. Just my opinion. It is what it is. So again, I truly hope that, some people take away from this video the questions that need to be asked to yourself and maybe to others. I hope that you found it, enlightening. If you've been bored out of your mind, I apologize, but you've made it this far, so obviously it wasn't that bad. If you have any comments, please leave a comment. I will answer them in the order that I get them and as quick as I can. It may not be the answer that you want, but again, it's my opinion. We do this professionally. The furniture making, custom woodworking, laser engraving, CNC machines, custom gaving, 3D printing. We do just about everything. However, my ways are my ways. It's what I found that works for us. It may not work for you. So I can give you my opinion or what works. So just understand that when you ask questions. I am not the answer to all your questions. I may not understand something, but for instance, if you have a Thunder, use tech support. Send an email to the support team and let them answer your technical question. Asking 30,000 people and getting 40 different answers serves no purpose. There's 3 guys that I know of that will answer your emails for tech support. Let them be the ones to guide you, especially when it comes to the technical data or how to fix a very specific problem. Now, yes, sometimes a lens is loose and you ask a question, hey, why am I getting the squiggly looking lines? It's because your lens is loose. Search your answers. They're probably already been answered 100 times. Again, ask your questions. I will answer them to the best of my ability. If you've liked what I've done, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends. If not, I don't care. It's completely up to you to do what you want to do. Other than that, I hope you learned something and have a great day.